Now, KFDM Chief Meteorologist Greg Bostwick with the latest weather in HD.
Well, checking radar right now, not much going on at all. A few little specks begin to show up here out in the Gulf, well to the southeast of being passed. Those will grow into heavier showers overnight. So toward morning, some moisture will begin to return off the Gulf, but things are quiet right now. It's been kind of a windy day today at the flow off the Gulf of Mexico. Let's go down to Winnie, 78 degrees. Had a gust to almost 30 miles per hour day. Not much rain down there, only 0.02 of an inch. Very humid out there tonight, a lot of Gulf moisture. So with daytime heating tomorrow, things will really crank up again by afternoon. Let's take a look at the weather headlines. We're watching the Gulf very obvious there in our weather headline. That's a big topic of concern because the heavy rains are going to be moving in for Tuesday and Wednesday. Should be drier though by the end of the week. Again, let's take a look at our low in the Gulf. Not real well defined right now, but the center of circulation is right there. And this is moving slowly toward the northwest. So it'll be moving up toward the Texas coast, probably making landfall as we look at some of the computer graphics on that around Tuesday evening. So we'll see what happens overnight. Typically, these systems gain strength in the early morning hours toward daybreak. So tomorrow morning will be a critical time to see what it looks like at that point. But right now, winds of about 30 miles per hour, not quite defined enough to call it a tropical depression, but likely to become one or a tropical storm in the next 24 hours. A lot of clouds over East Texas today, scattered showers. The west also getting some rain. And you can see the rain has really been concentrated near Austin again. Some flooding there earlier. That has shifted up I-35 up toward Dallas right now. Some pretty heavy showers there around Waco. And temperatures generally in the 60s and 70s across the state. Some 80s still showing up and 90s for highs, 97 degrees today down toward Laredo. We're running in the upper 70s right now, mid to upper 70s. We'll drop very little overnight, holding pretty steady. And the high today, 90 degrees. Similar temperatures expected tomorrow. Then we cool off a little bit, especially Tuesday and Wednesday with all the shower activity. Speaking of showers, coming in off the Gulf overnight, work toward daybreak, scattered activity, picks up in the morning. By noontime, pretty good bands of rain coming in off the Gulf, and that'll continue during the day tomorrow. So some locally heavy showers, although the coverage should not be real high. Here's what we're looking at as far as a track of this situation. You can see the low in the Gulf, big high over the Carolinas. Weak trough of low pressure kind of drawing this in, so the flow is pretty obvious toward the northwest. And by Wednesday, it should be located up around Dallas with the high still to our east, drawing in the moisture. So heavy rain is the main concern, and all the computer models all in agreement here. Everything tracking this by 72 hours right up along the Texas coastline, 48 to 72 hours. So we're talking about Tuesday evening, and looks like we'll see landfall there west of our area. So that is of concern because we'll be east of the center of circulation. That's going to mean a lot of rain for us and could easily see 5 to 10 inches of rain beginning Tuesday into Wednesday. The marine forecast sees picking up to 5 feet. Southeasterly winds will be gusting to almost 30 knots. The water temperature right now at 85 degrees. And for the lakes tonight, partly cloudy skies and a small chance of rain. We'll look for lows tonight down toward the mid-70s. And for the triangle also, small chance of showers, particularly near the coast by morning. Look for lows holding in the mid-70s to around 80 on the coastline. Tomorrow, scattered showers and storms out there. The coverage around 30-40% for the lakes, and highs tomorrow reaching the upper 80s. And for the triangle, also a few showers around, particularly in the afternoon. Highs tomorrow in the mid to upper 80s. Extended forecast, obviously rain is the big story. Heavy rain is likely Tuesday and Wednesday. Then it moves on through and back to dry weather toward the end of the week. And I don't think any drastic changes can be expected with this. Don't see it getting much stronger than a low-end tropical storm, but those can obviously cause still a lot of problems. And the KFDM weather app will keep you updated on radar in particular. That's a free download for Android and iPhones.
All right. Well,
and of course, we're updating a lot on Facebook, too. KFDM Facebook page have a lot of stuff on there all the time.
Yeah, all this week we'll be doing that.
Yes.
Plus, hurricane tracking chart. We have
Market
one
basket.
here. Yeah, go pick yours up. Has lots of handy tips in here.
Yeah, not just a tracking chart. There's safety tips and evacuation routes. Hopefully, I don't think we'll have to evacuate for this, obviously, but
right.
You know, the season's young. We'll see what happens later on.
Yeah, always better prepared than not, right?
Exactly.